Hey, what's up, fellow crabbers? This is Joe from EZCRABBING. Today is early March 2026. The weather is getting nicer and warmer, and I'm ready to start my crabbing season using my EZCRABBING traps this year. Before I go on my first trip for the year, I usually do a quick check and do some quick maintenance on my traps to make sure they are in good working condition and to prevent losing any crabs or losing any traps when I'm out there on the water. I have a stack of 10 traps here tied together using a bungee cord. These are various ages. Some of them are old, some of them are new. The old ones, some of the old ones are actually more than 10 years old. They're a little bit rusty, but they catch crabs just fine. I actually found some of the old ones actually catch more crabs than the new ones. I'm not sure why, but they do. Okay, let's start taking them out and check them one by one, shall we? These snap swivels to make sure that they are not rusty or broken. This one looks a bit rusty, but it looks like it's still working fine. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not going to replace it, but I keep my eyes on it to make sure that they still function okay and not about to be broken. If it does, then I need to replace them, but let's leave it that is. The second thing I check is the door harness to make sure that there's no fray or broken. Again, this one looks fine on red 4. Okay, so this one looks good. The other thing that I need to check for is the bait snoods. This one is relatively new. They still work fine. Over time, the bait snoods will lose its elasticity. And if that's the case, but they still work fine, you can still use them like a string, and you can tie your bait together. You just tie them together, and they work just fine. So this one looks new. We don't need to replace it. Then what I do is I just flip it over and check each one of these door O-ring to make sure that it still works, it's not jammed up or it's not open. If that's the case, then the door might slide out or get jammed. But this one everything looks fine. They look like they still close okay and still loose. So this one is good. So these are the spare parts that I will use to fix my EZCRABBING traps. This is the galvanized hog ring that I use as an O-ring for the door. This is a bigger one, hog ring that I use to tie the snood to the traps. You don't have to use the galvanized hog rings, but instead you can use the zip tie. That will work just fine, but they don't last as long as the galvanized hog rings. The other part that I use, this is the bait snood. This is a new one, and this is the door harness strings that I can use to replace the strings for the door, and this is the snap swivels that I use to tie the rope to the traps. So I'm going to show you how to replace them on my traps. These are the tools that I use to fix my crab traps. This is a needle nose plier, and this is a diagonal cutter. And if you use the hog rings, then of course you will need a hog ring plier, but this is optional. The first one that I'm going to fix is to replace the snap swivel on this strap where it's broken, it's rusted and broken out. So I'm going to take it off from the trap. Okay, then use a cutter to cut it out. Okay, then what you can do is with the new snap swivel, you can use the metal ring here and just snap it in place using a needle nose plier, or you can use the hog ring plier. Now, if you don't want to use the hog ring, of course you can also use the zip tie to tie it in place, just like this. Okay. And there you go. It's work good as new. I'm going to replace the bait snood on this one. It got stretched out and it's frayed. It's about to be broken, so I'm going to take this off. Okay. And put a new one on. So this is a new bait snood. I can tie this on using the hog ring, or you can also use the zip tie if you want. That's it. There you go. It's done. This one I'm going to replace the door harness string. This one is about to be broken. So first I'm going to take this pull rope off so I can work on it this easily. Next thing is I'm going to cut this off. Here's a new door harness string. I'm going to tie each string to the door. As you can see, at the end of the string, I have made a little knot to indicate where it should be tied. So using this knot as a guide, I'm going to just tie it to the door at the same place that I took the old one off, and just make a little. Let me show. Just make a overhand knot. Tie it up at the end of the other knot and pull it. Okay. Do the same thing for the other three. Last one. Okay, and you're done. Now put the pull rope back on. Okay, and that's it. That's done. The O-ring that hold the door to the trap on this one needs to be fixed. The gap opened pretty wide. That will jam up the door or allow the door to be slid out like this. Okay, so you can get a pair plier and then close the gap like this, and that should work. Or you can just replace it. So I'm going to replace this one with another O-ring, a better O-ring. This is the galvanized hog ring that I use. Just press it lightly don't press it too tight. lightly so that it makes an O-ring, and that should work. Or now if you don't have an O-ring, you can always use a zip tie. So you can just zip tie it like this, and again, don't tie it all the way. Don't, just leave it like an O-ring, an O like this, and that should work as well. Okay. Well, that's all. I hope this video was helpful for you to keep your easy crabbing crab traps in good working condition. Please feel free to contact me on my Easy Crabbing Facebook page, or call or send me a text at the phone number shown in this video. If you need to order any replacement parts, or if you have any questions or comment, please feel free to leave in the comment section below. Good luck, have fun, and happy crabbing.